Hi, it's Tom from Leicester Fan TV. What did you think of the game? Now it's my turn.
Good afternoon, Tom from Leicester Fan TV. Just thought I'd do a quick review of the game last night against Man United. It's now Thursday afternoon, and obviously it was a late finish. I think got back about 12 o'clock, and then was up at 5:30 ready to get back and start the day at work. Long day, obviously travelling as well after finishing work about lunchtime yesterday. But let's get into the game itself. Obviously, 9 changes to the team that had played at Forest, and I don't think we didn't expect anything less from those giant changes. You know, there was plenty to talk about before kick-off with the teams came out, and obviously Leicester completely changed their lineup near enough. Obviously Oakley was one of the only starters, along with Jordan Ayew, who played at the weekend. Justin, who played the weekend. I'm not really sure where you start with that lineup. I think we all expected them to be wholesale changes in the game, but I don't think, I still thought there'd be 1 or 2 more first teamers in and around that team, knowing we were going up against Man United. And obviously, if they'd looked to see what team Man U put out in the last round, as I said in Monday chat with Phil, they'd put a lot of, their first teamers out. And then obviously we see the Man United team come through and bar the goalkeeper, the back four is his host of experience, Delight, Victorlov, Martinez, Casemiro, Fernandez, Garnacho, Rashford, Zizi. What can you say? It was a host of other names. And as soon as I saw the line out against Stars, I was fearing the worst before we went into ground, that what could happen today. And then obviously we kick off. We start pretty well, in my view. I don't think we had a bad game. I thought we started pretty well in the game itself. Seemed to get quite a grip with how Man United were playing. We were causing them problems. And then we go a goal down, and some will say it's a world-class finish. Some will say it's a great finish. He's put it in the top corner. What can you do? But again, it's another goal defensively that we're not closing the shot down. No one's pressing that midfielder. He runs onto it, and there's no pressure for him. He's got all the time in the world to eye up where he wants to put that ball, and he puts it into the top corner. He ain't thinking, right, let's hold on, let's not get carried away, let's not concede too many. And then the second goal comes, and you don't get any luck. We didn't last night. The ball over the top. He's miles off the side. He's so offside, it's unbelievable. And I couldn't understand why Steve Cooper was going nuts at the liner when he kept coming up towards him and eventually got booked for it. He's so far offside. Obviously, again, ball across the box. The problem is, because we've lost the ball in the wide areas, our turnaround is poor. James Justin's out of position, leaving Garnacho on the back post all on its own to tap the ball in the net. I mean, JJ will obviously get criticised again. It's another goal down his side, but the problem, the way we play is, and the way Cooper wants to play with such a high fullback, if we lose the ball where we do lose the ball in the middle of the park, JJ's out of position. I said it after the Arsenal review against Arsenal. JJ's so far up the pitch when we lose it, he's going to get blamed for all these goals going in. You obviously then get a bit of luck, a nice ball into the box, goalkeeper comes out and powers it wide, falls to El Canous on the edge of the area, heads it down and slices the ball back across the keeper and goes in off both posts. And you're thinking, right, we're in this now, back in the game. Just have 10 minutes, settle down, don't go too gung-ho, compose yourself. Well, what can you say? Within 5 minutes, sadly, El Canous gives away the foul on the edge of the area. Bruno Fernandes steps up, smacks the ball towards the goal, hits James Justin in the face and pings him off him into the net. Right, let's set up again. Let's have another 10 minutes. Let's not try and concede to anything, or let's try and get ourselves back into the game here. We're still in this game. No, within another 4 minutes, we conceded from a corner. Ball to post. Casemiro free heads it against the first post. It goes across the goal line, ricochets off the other post and comes back out. That bit is a bit of luck towards us. The next bit, firstly, we gave him a free header in the first place. To then let him have a free reign of the 6-yard box to then slam the ball home and no one's marked him, even though the ball's bobbling around. That's criminal to me. That's embarrassing defending that he's had all that time in our box. You're obviously thinking, right, damage limitation at Hamlin was been. But just before half time, we get another stroke ball into the box, pings around, falls to Connor Cody with a lovely little side foot finish into the back of the net. Half time, me and the son, and we were talking quite a few, and we were just saying we don't get how we're not, what we've completely done wrong here, because we played pretty well in that first period of time. As soon as the goal went in, our heads dropped, and that was the biggest worry, and the heads dropped so quickly with the goal going. Second half, same again. We come out, we played pretty well. For the first 10, 15 minutes, I think it was all Leicester. Man United couldn't get really grip with what we were doing. We were all over them. And then another mistake at the back, a poor back pass from Ockley. Bruno Fernandes nicks the ball in, runs around, lovely little slide, step over and pull the ball with him, drags it round Danny Ward, cuts inside, bloke on the line's got no chance, he slams it into the net. 5-2, game's over. Obviously, there was other moments in the second half, Bakary Soumaré hits the crossbar with a long ways effort, unlucky that go in, but I've seen it replayed, it's a great save by the goalkeeper. It's another game, though, where you're still worried about our defence, and that when we get turned over, we are so high up the pitch that we don't look like we know how to get back into a defensive shape. And you can't blame Cooper for the goals going in, but you have to ask questions about Cooper for how he's setting us up, and it's quite concerning at the moment how open we are. For a team that is getting so many shots on our goal and going in, you'd think we'd be a little bit more rigid in how we're going to set up defensively. Last night, standout players for me were obviously El Kazuz, who's had a great game. I thought Soumaré had a good game in centre apart. I didn't think he did anything wrong. Lost a couple of balls, but generally tried to drive the team forward. It was a tricky game at the end of it. What do I think we need to learn from going into Ipswich? Well, I think Cooper needs to learn about what we're doing as a defensive unit, and maybe you've got to be so stubborn to think that James Justin has to bum at the pitch. Maybe you've got to give this up. This is what he's trying, because it isn't working. And maybe you've got to look at it and think, well, worst case is we play a solid back line. Ricardo, Justin, Faz and Ockley, if that's the back line he goes with. Or you play three at the back and you go Ockley, Faz and Vestergaard. So you've got a ball playing central midfielder out there to try and play out from the back. And, you can obviously push on your fullbacks a little bit higher, but not too high that we get caught out all the time. We know now that this game against Ipswich, for me, you've got to get there, but it's a must not lose. I'll take a point now. I'll take a point away at Ipswich, because a point away at Ipswich would be a good point on the road, and it keeps us, same distance apart from Ipswich as we are at the moment on points, if we can get a point there. Team-wise, I think, what do you say? I think it's quite obvious with the amount of resting, the players he rested yesterday, that he was going to change it on Saturdays again. And, we'll see the likes of Mads coming back in goal, probably Ricardo back at right back. Justin will probably go back to left back. Ockley and Faz will probably be the centre halves. Winks obviously was rested again last night, so I presume he's going to play. And Diddy will probably play. Buonanotte, sorry, because people might not get it right, will probably come into the starting lineup. And then it's who you play on the wing. Vardy will pick his top space, but it's who plays on that right wing, who plays on the left, because against Forest, I didn't think Mavididi and Fatoué did a lot, if I'm honest with you. But, for me, Casey McAtee obviously needs an opportunity. He didn't do bad last night. He had a few little nice runs, didn't do really stamp his mark on the game, but he didn't do it, he needs a chance as well in this league games. If the other players aren't performing, then give Casey McAtee a game and see what he can do. We've got nothing to lose. He played against them last year. He knows all about Ipswich as well, in my view. So, like I say, it was short, it was brief. Not really much to say about it last night. Obviously it was a League Cup. For me, some people say, well, we knew what was going to happen when we saw the team. Yeah, we probably did, but it was an opportunity to try and get another win back under the belt, build some more confidence in there. Hopefully it's not dented our confidence too much. Lived into the post-match interviews with Cody. You know, the team were not happy how they conceded the goals. Fair play, honestly. I don't think anyone can be happy how we conceded all the goals last night. Most of them were errors again that's cost us, that we need to work on. And once again, 45-minute performance in general. We played 20 minutes in the first half, we're good, and probably 20 minutes in the second half, we're good. Another game those past where we haven't played well a whole game, or, you know, stood there and gone, we've played well in this match. Like I say, drop your comments in. Let me know what you thought of the game. Let me know what you think of the lineup should be for Ipswich. What players you want to see come in and start. And I'll do my post-match review on probably Saturday after the game or Sunday morning. Remember to join me on Saturday for watch along. I might be trying out some new software, so it might just be on YouTube. I'll speak to Phil and see what he thinks about it first. But hey, join me on Saturday. We'll have a good laugh watching Leicester Ipswich and get your views in. Cheers for now.
The Leicester City machine is on the march again.
Leicester Fan TV presents a variety of content like fan discussions, match analysis, and engaging with Leicester fans worldwide. We want your views live, thanks to our sponsors, Everard's, Pucker Pies, Hologram, Take Me, Newbie & Co, and the Fox's Arms. For exclusive extra shows, behind the scenes, competitions and podcasts, subscribe to Leicester Fan TV today on Patreon.